Have you ever wondered what people say about your brand when you're not in the room? This question steers us towards understanding two crucial concepts in business: brand equity and brand identity. Brand equity, a term often used in sales and marketing, represents the credibility a product or company has earned in the market, along with the loyalty it has garnered from customers. Think of it as the value and trust your brand name holds in the marketplace. On the other hand, brand identity is the collection of all elements that portray the right image of your brand to consumers. It's like the personality of your brand, reflected in everything from your logo and tagline to your customer service and communication style. While these terms might seem interchangeable, they each play a unique role. A brand is essentially how your product or company is perceived by the audience. It's the mental picture that comes to mind when people think of your business. Branding, however, is the active process of shaping this perception. It's about strategically positioning your brand in the minds of your customers. Building a strong brand identity and high brand equity is like laying a solid foundation for your business. It's what determines your longevity in the fast-paced race of digitization and social media competition. Your brand should be a beacon, standing tall in the center of online communities, attracting new audiences and instilling trust and faith through every interaction. Building brand equity is more than just creating visibility. It's about showcasing your business traits, knowledge, capabilities, and most importantly, the way you express yourself online. Remember, you don't need to constantly self-promote or run numerous campaigns to build brand equity. Sometimes it's about providing value, telling an interesting story, and letting your actions speak for themselves. Whether it's a massive network of cabs like Uber or a small local bakery, every brand has the potential to create a significant impact. The key lies in understanding your unique selling proposition and leveraging it to shape a compelling brand narrative. So, brand equity and identity are not just about the logo and the name, it's a total package. It's the story you tell, the value you offer, and most importantly, what people say about you when you're not in the room. Creating a brand is not just about picking a catchy name, it's about shaping a distinctive identity. It's a journey that starts with understanding your business, its values, its mission, and how it wants to be perceived in the market. It's about crafting a story that resonates with your target audience and stands out in the sea of competition. Think of a brand as a person. Each person has a unique personality, a distinctive voice, and a particular way of presenting themselves to the world. Similarly, a brand has its own character, tone, and style. This personality is what forms the perception of the product or company in the eyes of the audience. Now, how does one shape this perception? Well, that's where the art of branding comes in. Branding is like sculpting. It's about carving out the unique features, highlighting the strengths, and smoothing out the rough edges. It's about creating an image that is not only appealing, but also consistent and reliable. To do this, you've got to understand your audience, their needs, their aspirations, and their problems. You've got to align your brand with these needs and aspirations, offering solutions to their problems and fulfilling their desires. This alignment is what creates a connection between your brand and your audience. It's what makes your audience feel understood, valued, and cared for. But remember, branding is not a one-time process. It's a continuous endeavor. It requires constant nurturing, refining, and evolving. Because just like people, brands too need to grow and adapt to the changing times and trends. They need to stay relevant and fresh, continually offering value to their audience. In this digital age, where consumers are bombarded with information and choices, having a strong and distinctive brand is more important than ever. It's what sets you apart from the crowd. It's what grabs attention. It's what builds trust and loyalty. It's what turns customers into advocates. So, take the time to understand your business, your audience, and your market. Take the time to craft a brand that truly represents who you are and what you stand for. Because at the end of the day, your brand is your promise to your customer. And it's this promise that shapes their perception of you. Remember, branding is about shaping a distinctive brand. It's about the perception of your product or company in the eyes of your audience. Building a dynamic and robust brand creates a solid foundation for your business. But what's even more crucial to the longevity and success of your brand is brand equity. This term refers to the customer perception, credibility, and loyalty that your brand commands in the marketplace. A strong brand equity can be the difference between being a market leader or just another participant. In the digital era, your brand building strategy on the internet is the reflection of your business ethos. It's a litmus test of how well you can adapt and thrive amidst the relentless pace of digitization and social media competition. A robust brand is not just a luxury, but a necessity in reaching new target audiences. It's the flag that your business plants firmly in the vast digital landscape, signaling your presence to potential customers. Trust and faith in a brand aren't built overnight. They are the fruits of deliberate and consistent actions taken to engage your audience. It starts with building a good reputation, and then potential customers take the leap of faith to invest in your brand. In turn, these satisfied customers become your brand ambassadors, sharing positive reviews and spreading the word about your business on social media. But how do you build brand equity? It begins by showcasing your business traits, your knowledge, your capabilities, and most importantly, the way you express yourself online. You don't need to shout from the rooftops about your brand, nor do you need to run expensive marketing campaigns. For instance, consider Uber. They didn't rely on traditional marketing campaigns. Instead, they disrupted the market by building a massive network of cabs, letting their actions speak louder than words. In the face of stiff competition, it's essential to establish a brand that tells a coherent and consistent story of your business. The fewer words you use, the better. You don't need to indulge in self-praise, but you do need to tell an engaging and authentic story. Remember, branding depends heavily on the perception of your audience and how other brands describe you. It's about how many people are impacted by your presence. In conclusion, brand equity is built by showcasing your business traits, knowledge, capabilities, and the way you express yourself online. Establishing a brand that tells a coherent and consistent story of your business is crucial in a competitive market. The narrative of your brand is what sets you apart from your competitors. It's not just about what you sell, but why and how you do it. Think about the brands you love. They don't just sell products or services, they sell stories, experiences, and emotions. They give you a reason to choose them over hundreds of other options. They make you feel connected, understood, and valued. That's the power of a compelling brand story. Now let's talk about branding. Your brand is not what you say about yourself, but what others say about you when you're not in the room. It's about the perception of your audience. It's about how you make them feel. And this perception is shaped by every interaction they have with your brand, from the website design to the customer service. Branding is not just a logo or a tagline. It's about the entire customer experience. It's about consistently delivering on your promises and exceeding expectations. It's about being authentic, transparent, and reliable. It's about building trust and loyalty. In the digital age, word of mouth has taken on a whole new meaning. It's not just about personal recommendations anymore. It's about online reviews, social media posts, and influencer endorsements. It's about how many people are affected by your presence and how they describe you to others. So, how do you beat the heat of competition? By establishing a brand that resonates with your audience. By telling a story that is unique, authentic, and compelling. By delivering on your promises and exceeding expectations. By building a community of loyal customers who become your brand ambassadors. Remember, the fewer words you use, the better. But you need to tell an interesting story. A story that captures the essence of your brand, that resonates with your audience, and that sets you apart from the competition. A story that is not just heard, but felt. A story that turns customers into loyal fans, and fans into brand ambassadors. That's how you beat the heat of competition. Your first impression online, your website, can make or break your brand. Consider this. If a web development company's site looks like it time-traveled from the 90s, yet they claim to build artificial intelligence and big data applications, would you trust them? Probably not. But if their website is sleek, modern, and reflective of their cutting-edge services, you're more likely to believe their claims. This shows how crucial it is for your brand identity to align with your services. It's about creating a harmonious perception that resonates with your potential customers. Now let's talk about the dangers of over-exaggeration. Bombarding visitors with inflated facts and figures can push them away. They'll start seeking alternatives, and you'll lose potential customers. Instead, focus on what makes you unique. Every business has a unique quality, Research and explore that unique selling proposition before you go online. Innovation is not just a buzzword, it's a key to creating amazing business opportunities. When we speak of strong brands, the role of innovation cannot be overstated. It's the lifeblood that keeps a brand pulsating, vibrant, and relevant. Innovation is the process of transforming an idea into a solution that adds value. It's the catalyst that drives growth and differentiation. In an ever-changing marketplace, brands that cease to innovate risk becoming obsolete, forgotten even. Remember, it's not just about creating a new product or service, but about finding novel ways to solve problems and meet customer needs. Innovation shapes your brand. It's a reflection of your willingness to take risks, to challenge the status quo, and to stay ahead of the curve. It's about delivering fresh, exciting experiences that not only meet but exceed customer expectations. So don't just innovate for the sake of it. Innovate to add value, to create impact, to make a difference. The degree of innovation is the essence of creating amazing business opportunities. Stay innovative, stay ahead.